Floyd Mayweather is now being linked, okay, to a possible return to the ring, official return to the ring.
Floyd Mayweather's back at taking shots, and this time he's calling out Terence Crawford to face him in the ring. Yep, you heard that right. Floyd versus Terence has been on our radar ever since Bud came out on top with an epic win against Spence Jr. So without further ado, let's get into all the exciting deets of Money Mayweather challenging Crawford. Hear me out. Terence was always a good boxer with a perfect record. Yeah, I'm sure you know this guy's undefeated, but he was never really up there with big names like Canelo Alvarez or Gervonta Davis. Well, that was before he stepped into the ring with Spence Jr. because that fight changed his status in the boxing world like no other. I mean, who would have thought he'd have Floyd Mayweather interested in a showdown? I don't know about you, but I didn't see this one coming. But hey, don't get me wrong, I'm here for it. Now, Money Mayweather knows he's a freaking legend, so he didn't hold back at all when firing shots at Terence. The former pro boxer revealed that he could easily take down Bud in the ring, and it'll be like child's play for him. This came up when Mayweather was talking about the highly anticipated Errol versus Terence rematch. Oh yeah, these two are getting for a second meeting in the ring, and it's making all the buzz in the fight world. And this is going to be way different than their first fight, because Errol is going to walk in the ring more prepared than ever, all thanks to Floyd Mayweather. Yep, Mayweather is training Spence Jr. for this one, and he's doing a darn good job. Now, if you're Derek James and you're watching this, don't get me wrong, you were a good head coach too. But Mayweather's in a different league. I mean, come on, he's a Hall of Famer. Plus, he's got more than enough experience to give Errol a good game plan and words of wisdom. If you're an eagle-eyed fan like me and you were paying attention to everything during Errol and Terence's first fight, I'm sure you remember Derek being out of words and not giving Errol any useful advice from the ringside. Of course, that didn't turn out well, and the boxer ended up taking the first hit of his career. There's no denying that he's going to be way better the second time around. And I'm not the one saying this, Mayweather is. Floyd's one of the biggest boxers on the planet, so fans don't take his words with a grain of salt. The Hall of Famer spilled the beans on how Errol's set to knock out Terence in the upcoming rematch. If Mayweather's saying it with this much confidence, he knows something we don't, so I really hope Terence isn't taking his words lightly. And if Mayweather believes Errol can take Terence down, then of course he believes it'll be a piece of cake for him to do the same. Mayweather retired from the sport a couple of years ago, but he never truly stepped away from the ring. The boxer has been putting up gloves for exhibition matches, like his infamous fight with Deji. That one's hard to forget, isn't it? Well, Floyd's open to anyone who wants to step into the ring with him as long as he's getting easy money. Yeah, he's fighting only for the dollar bills now, and I don't blame him. He's pushing 50, and boxing in pro fights at that age starts to take a toll on your health. So easy influencer fights are the way to go. And from the looks of it, fans really want to see Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather on their screens. This potential matchup is the talk of the town, and it'll break the internet if they ever put ink to it. That means the PPVs will skyrocket, and that's exactly what Floyd wants. Plus, can begin to imagine how much this fight would do for Terence. Crawford's becoming the big dog in boxing, and a lot of fans are starting to question if he'll be just as good against big names in the sport. Don't get me wrong, Terence is one of the greatest boxers right now, but his list of opponents isn't necessarily impressive. Yes, he has a perfect record, but there's not a single name on that list to establish him as one of the greatest of all time. Errol's the best opponent he's got so far, so this guy really needs to step it up. There are a lot of names on the list of potential fighters, such as the winner of the upcoming Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo fight, and Terence is backing Canelo to take the win home for this one. If not Canelo or Jermell, he's also got Danny Garcia on the list, and let's not forget the best option out of all, Floyd Mayweather. Beating Mayweather can be Terence's one-way ticket to the Hall of Fame, or it could cut his sweet time at the top short. Well, the latter will also happen if he loses to Errol in the rematch. Yeah, a lot of the names I mentioned won't be least interested in fighting someone who lost to Spence Jr. They'll all turn their heads back to Errol, and Terence is going to be left with nothing, so he better start putting in work for the rematch and all other potential boxing bouts. Now, the fight world has already started to share their 2 cents on Floyd Mayweather versus Terence Crawford, and the predictions are all over the place. Floyd's legendary career in the sport lasted for about 2 decades, and fans divided it into 2 phases: Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather to be able to study the boxer's ability more. The big question is, who is Terence gonna face? And who should he to come out on top and pave the way to the Hall of Fame? This may come as a shock to you, but if this fight ever sees the light of the day, Terence isn't gonna be the underdog. It's gonna be Floyd instead. Hear me out, yes, Floyd is legendary, but he's also 46 and way past his prime. Whereas Terence, he's better than ever, stronger than ever, and his body's in insane shape. So of course he's gonna have the upper hand. An active fighter will always have the upper hand over a retired one. One fan took his excitement about the potential bout to social media and wrote, "That's a tough call. I'm a big Floyd fan and feel he's the best boxer since I started following the sport 20 years ago. But I think Bud and Money Mayweather are a 50-50 fight." Well, that's fair. Another fan wrote, "If Floyd was having a hard time handling Spence in sparring, what the hell makes you think Floyd can beat Terence Crawford?" While another fan his insight and said, "Money was definitely better. Biz for one, Money was smarter and got hit a lot less because he focused more on his defense." Biz, I agree with you 1,000 times, bro. If you ask me, I believe it's gonna be a close one. We can't downplay Floyd's exceptional skills in the ring, nor can we underestimate Terence. But if you want a pro's opinion on this, I got that ready for you too. Shane Mosley's words aren't ones to take lightly, so what I'm about to say next is important. The former three-weight champion was the latest to chime in on the Crawford versus Mayweather debate. Mosley revealed that this debate has always lurked around in the boxing world, but it became a big thing after Terence knocked out Errol. The manner of the one-sided victory led some, like former two-weight champion Carl Frampton, to claim that version of Bud beats any version of Mayweather. Mosley hopped on the bandwagon too. He started by saying, "There's a big statement that I want to make here. The fighter of our generation, everyone will probably agree, is Floyd Mayweather." Now, if I'm being honest, I don't think we'll ever get a chance to see a definitive answer to this debate. Think about it. Terence is on a career high. It would be stupid of him to waste it on an exhibition match. Maybe it's something he does once he retires. But it's hard to imagine Mayweather still being in the game when the time comes. I think this beef will just stick to these two firing shots at each other. So, there you have it, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like this video, comment on it, and share. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more boxing content. I'll see you next time. And until then, peace out.